Hey guys, so today I'm here and I'm going to do a quick look using the Karity Nudes and Rudes, and this is the 9 palette here, and this is what it looks like. I know I said I was going to do more tutorials and I never did, so we're going to do that. And we're also going to be using some more Morphe brushes. I picked up a few more to test out, and sadly I've used these several times. These aren't a first impression, any of these brushes, so you know this ain't a Morphe brush. But none of these are first impressions, but I've washed them now a few times. It's starting to get a little bit wonky, but so far still no shedding, but figured I'd adjust that real quick. Alright, so let's get into it. First I'm going to take and get the shade Bare It All, and I'm just going to use this Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going to use that to set my entire lid. Next I'm going to go in with a Morphe M441 brush, and I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to go into a little bit of Simplicity, and then I'm going to use that to be my transition, and then I'm going to put Deserted in my crease. Then going in with a Morphe 507, I'm going to go in a little bit with Mousse here. A small pointed little blending brush here, and I'm going to put this mainly in the outer V of my eye. Kind of more using this brush to be a placement guide and slightly blending, but I'm going to go in and actually blend it with the brush we were just using, not adding any extra product, but just using whatever's left over to blend. Alright, now that that's done, I'm just going to be grabbing, it's just a cheap Amazon brush here. It's almost like one of those flat, almost concealer brushes. I'm going to be grabbing some of Quicksilver and Starlight and mixing the two, and I'm going to spray my brush with Fix Plus when I do. I'm going to just go in a little bit more with Starlight. My brush is still kind of damp, and I'm going to put this more in the center. That's done. I'm not adding anything to the brush. I'm just going to make sure this kind of has a better fade here. You know what, I'm just going to add a little bit of Simplicity, just touching it once, actually, just to ensure I don't pick up too much of the wet pigment so it can fade. Going to a little bit more Bare It All and just kind of lighten up the inside here. Honestly, that palette doesn't really have a good popping, like, light highlight shade, so I'm going to go into the Sleek palette here, and this is that Solstice palette. I'm going to just go into this light shade here and put this underneath my brow bone and in my inner corner. And this will really make this look pop. So after this, I'm just going to mix some Simplicity and Deserted underneath my lower lash line, add some mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the completed look. I did end up putting a little bit of mousse as well on my lower lash line to kind of smudge along with them because I wanted it to be a bit more smoky but not over the top. I really, really love how this look came out. I believe this palette's only $20. Honestly, I do plan on buying more Karity palettes. They have some, they have like a new peach one. I think that'd be fun to compare with the Too Faced peach. They have a unicorn palette. I do plan on trying some more because I do really love this palette a lot. You can see, well, I hope you can see that it's very well loved and dipped into. So, so far, love this. I love the look. With the shimmers, it just helps, I think, to spray it a little bit with Max Fix Plus. I think it makes it more in your face and bam, and it kind of gives it like that wet glossy look. But yeah, loving this palette so far. I do have a whole video, swatches, and all that on my channel, so if you want to see that, go check that out. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe, and thanks guys. Bye.